Hey everyone, it's Strange Michael. I hope you're doing well today. Of course, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I have a haul video here, I guess, for what I picked up on Black Friday and some other thing from yesterday, which was Saturday, called Small Business Saturday. What the fuck is that? I've never heard of that shit. It's some weirdo independent thing. Anyway, I have a haul video here from some stuff I picked up at Walmart, Big Lots, and a tech shop that I typically go to very often, very often, almost weekly. And it's a little far away, so it takes a little while to get there. But I got this stuff over the course of a couple of days. It's really cool. I have a couple of movies, I have one TV show, and I have a lot of Xbox and PS, just PlayStation stuff in general from different eras of the PlayStation. Anyway, where do I even start with this? I guess I'll kick it off with the movies. I guess a lot of you guys are here for movie reviews, so why not? First and foremost, I have two movies that are brand new releases. The first one being one that I saw and I reviewed the other one as well. But this one is Gran Turismo, the Neil Blomkamp movie. Absolutely amazing, based on the true story of Jan Mardenborough, I think it's Mardenborough, who was a famous Gran Turismo driver who was very famous on the game, and then apparently he became famous from being a real-life driver because of this GT Academy thing. This movie's incredible. Probably my favorite film in the last 5 years, if I'm being honest with you. And it's incredible. I recommend it highly in case you haven't seen it. Really great performances. Very inspiring movie, too. Just really enjoyed this. Really action-packed, really tense. But moving along to the next film here, this just came out like a month ago, and it's already on DVD and Blu-ray. That movie is from a franchise that I love deeply called Saw X. Good film from Kevin Grudert, who made two of the worst Saw films, in my personal opinion. This was good. Very solid surprise. Tobin Bell was amazing in the film. Really cool things. I reviewed this, like I said, too, in case you want an individual review for either of these really great films as they are. Yeah, check them out. I'd love to see what you have to say about them down in the comment section down below. But I'm glad now I have all 10 Saw movies right there in my collection. Makes me want to rewatch them again, even though I already did that this year for the new movie. So, oh well. Then we have some of the stuff I got from Big Lots. First and foremost, this movie I saw this past summer of 2023, and I loved it. I thought it was awesome. That is Battleship. This surprised me so much. Based on the Battleship board game, I wasn't expecting a film that was an alien invasion film, which aliens are not in the Battleship board game. But this was so much fun. It was so American and patriotic. I love that about it. It was more American patriotic than something like fucking Top Gun Maverick, which everybody pretends is very patriotic. This was such a good flick. I really loved this. It's good for what it was. It was something I could see myself rewatching during the summer. It wastes Liam Neeson, obviously, but there's a lot of really good things in here, not including Rihanna. No. But Battleship, really cool flick. I really enjoyed it quite a bit. Glad to own it. This movie right here is a 1980s film, and it sold me because it's a 1980s movie, starring John Cusack. I've never seen this before, never even heard of it. I texted my mom, asked her if she'd ever heard of it. She has not. This movie is called The Sure Thing. I don't know a thing about it. It's just John Cusack in the 80s. That's all I care about. You got Better Off Dead, my personal favorite comedy of all time, from the same era, and I want to see something else, possibly, that could be good like that. Got it from Big Lots for like $4, so hopefully it'll be good. This movie right here I picked up as a Tartan Asia Extreme release, which I've got a lot of good movies in my collection from this particular company, and I have a couple of duds too, I'm not going to lie to you. Got a couple of really shitty films I've seen from them. Hopefully this is a good one. It reminds me of the cover for Cube, if you've seen those movies. This one is called Silk. I don't know if it came out in the 90s, the early 2000s, or whenever. I don't know a thing about this film, haven't read the back. I want to go into it completely blind. But get this. This movie was at Big Lots, and it was on clearance for 33 cents. 33 cents. I bought a lot of stuff at Big Lots. I used to work at Big Lots. I've never seen anything in that store that cheap. 33 cents. So I'm worried it's going to be a dud. But maybe it just sat around my particular old store for a very long time. I don't know. But I grabbed it. 33 cents. Asian horror film. I think it'll be cool. Maybe they didn't realize that it was going to be subtitled, and maybe people complained about that too, Big Lots. I don't know. I kind of wonder. Unless it's a total piece of shit. But I guess I'll find out and I'll review it in case you care. But I don't know how much time I'll have to review it this month because it is December. I'll be talking about a lot of Christmas reviews here on this channel for movie reviews and stuff. But at some point I'll talk about Silk. The next thing here is the final season and the only season of a TV show I picked up. But the final season of a show that I've been meaning to try to find this particular season somewhere, and it's struggled so hard to try to get it. Because I have the first 6 seasons of this show in big sets of 3 seasons at a time, And I thought that was the whole series. And then I found out there's a season 7, and that is Star Trek The Next Generation. Got this for $10 at Big Lots. Really excited about that. Can't believe I finally got it here. I was a little worried. I had to check some of my discs in this set to make sure everything was good. I recently bought South Park Season 10 from Big Lots, and the disc 2 was fucked up. It had disc rot, and it wasn't working, so I was like, what the hell? I had to get rid of it, buy a new disc on eBay, replace it in my set, and it worked great. But not the Big Lots one. I checked this all over to make sure everything was good. Hopefully they play just fine. So anyway, Season 7, really excited to get into that show more at some point. I might try to do that more in 2024. But I don't know, I got a lot of movies I'd like to see from back in the day. A lot of my interests in films are going backwards. I'm seeing stuff from the last 10 years I haven't seen. Seeing a lot of stuff from the 40s and 50s and 60s I never saw. Because I want to catch up on things. Always trying to find new movies like The Sure Thing from the 80s that I've never seen before that might have an actor or actress that I know and love deeply. But anyway, moving along here to the video games. I have one PS2 game I picked up today from this tech shop that I love deeply. The only game in this set at this point that you'll see is one of the PS4 games that I got from Walmart on Black Friday itself. But Black Friday Walmart, they didn't have any movies up for sale yet. They said it was going to be later in the week. And I was like, what the fuck? It's not a Black Friday sale if it's not on Black Friday. It can't be, Black Wednesday next week and then you expect me to buy it that way. Anyway, this particular game I bought at this tech shop that I loved, as well as most of these games aside from the one PS4 game. This is the PS2 game that my friend Austin, who has 2 different channels, one called Goosebumps Completionist, where he talks about horror books and stuff like Goosebumps from R.L. Stine, and Are You Afraid of the Dark from the 90s. Then he has another channel too called Horror FFA, one of my favorite channels on YouTube. He's involved there as well. It's Horror Free For All, technically. That's what the FFA stands for. And he talks about horror movies and some other things. Really knowledgeable, smart guy, good friend of mine. I definitely recommend his content in case you haven't seen him before. If he's in the comment sections of this video, click on his channel, go subscribe. I'm telling you, the dude's genius. And if you like the unedited style of videos, he makes that too, which I love too. Anyway, he told me about this game. It's tied to a franchise that had a new movie this year in 2023, which I was not an addict over, let's say. I did not like the new movie, but anyway, I've been hearing about this game for a long time. Saw it in the store today. It's clearly a bootleg-looking box, but the disc is real. The disc is also an NTSC, despite the box itself being a PAL version. That is Evil Dead, A Fistful of Boomstick. Never played it. Never played a single Evil Dead game, not the new one, not the one for Xbox, and not this one, or its sequel. Never played any of that stuff, so I don't know anything about it aside from the small amounts of videos I've seen online of people playing this, and recommendations from friends of mine like Austin. But I was very curious whether this would be good or not, but it's clearly a bootleg. The cover and stuff has all this empty space. Looks like shit, but I don't care. The disc is in wonderful condition. Again, it's an NTSC version, so I know it'll work, but I'm really excited. I hope this is as good as a lot of people tell me. I want to enjoy it. I do. I heard it's gory. I heard it was kind of fun. Looks wild. I think Bruce Campbell came back, I believe, to play this role again after a very long time. So I don't know. Hopefully it's going to be enjoyable. This one right here I have a feeling is going to be bad, but I've been looking for it for a long time. I have Game Informer magazines in my desk right here, underneath you as a matter of fact, that probably advertised this game. It never got good reviews, but I always wanted to check it out, and I got it today. By the way, the Small Business Saturday thing at the store had like a 20% off the entire sale of whatever you picked up, so that was pretty cool. So pretty much every game I picked up here had the 20% off of the entire purchase, which was cool. So this game was really like $10 instead of the $12 that it was originally listed for. But this game stars Vin Diesel. It was apparently a passion project of his, sorta kinda, and that's called Wheelman for PS3. Never got to play it. I was a huge obsessee of Grand Theft Auto and Saints Row games when I was growing up, and even the Mafia 2 game that I loved so deeply. And I wanted something else like that, but then this thing came along. It got advertised everywhere. I never got to pick it up. Wasn't going to pay $60 for this brand new. They had a lot of other things I wanted to ask for Christmas and my birthday around the same time, so I just avoided this game and waited off and waited off. Now I have like a near perfect condition copy that I can't wait to try out. I think it's like an action game. I don't know if you have to stay in your car all the time or if you can wander around and roam and whatever. I don't think I've ever seen a video of Vin Diesel's character out of the car roaming around. I think you always had to drive and shoot. But anyway, hopefully it'll be good, and at least bad good, like something stupid that I can laugh at and make fun of whenever I review it and when I'm not on camera. So we'll see. The next and final PS3 game here is from the Need for Speed franchise, one that I've never played, but I had a game for PSP that was named the same thing, but apparently they made a new game in like 2012 with the same exact title as the one from like 2005 or 6 I had on PSP. You probably already know what it is if you're a diehard Need for Speed fan. That is Most Wanted. Don't know a thing about it. This says it's the limited edition, whatever the hell that means, whatever could be added in here. Includes multiplayer bonuses. Well, that won't apply to me. 4 hours of double speed points, I don't know what the fuck that is. Early access to Porsche 911 Carrera S and the Maserati Gran Turismo MC Straddle, whatever. I don't know what any of that shit means. I don't know what those cars are. So, I just hope the game is good. You know, I've been picking up a lot of Need for Speed stuff recently because I want to start getting the entire series. I have most of it, I just don't have all of it, you know, and I love racing games. I love Need for Speed arcade-style games, too. And I like that kind of thing. It's more up my alley. I have a lot of that to show you now in the rest of this video. So let's move on to the PS4 stuff to wrap up the PlayStation stuff I bought. This one is another Need for Speed game. It's called Payback. I've heard this is one of the ones with an actual story. I don't know if that's true or not, and I've heard it's pretty decent from what I've seen online from Reddit and other places talking about Need for Speed games. So hopefully it's a good one. I don't know. And I think I have them kind of listed in the order that they got released. I don't know. But hopefully this is good. Payback sounds like a cool subtitle. This one here is just called Need for Speed. I don't think it's a remake of the original The Need for Speed. I think it's just kind of its own thing, and that really shitty Halloween 2018 re-release by the same title, but a different movie type of agenda, idea, twist, whatever. I think this was the newest one, aside from the newest one called Unbound. But I think this is the next to last newest before Unbound. I could be wrong about that, though. But this looks cool. The graphics look insane on it from the back of the box. Looks really nice. I know a lot of people hate Unbound because it's kind of cartoonish with certain effects and stuff. I'm hoping that when I go to play that game at some point in the future, that I'll like it. But I'm not going to assume that that will be the case by any means. This game right here apparently was the one that came out, I assume, before Need for Speed and after Need for Speed Payback. I could be wrong about the order here once again, but this one is called Need for Speed Heat. This is the third and other item, the other final item, I guess, that I bought on Walmart, or bought at Walmart. I can't even think. It's like 5 a.m. I'm tired. But I bought this brand new for 20 bucks. Not too shabby. Everything I've seen about this game online looked like it'd be my type of game, from the 80s aesthetic to the music to the neon lights everywhere, the lighting style, the graphics, all of it just seems like my kind of game. It's like Need for Speed meets Forza Horizon, which I love deeply too. So hopefully this will be good. Hopefully this will be something I love. I heard the campaign's kind of short, but I don't know. Need for Speed Heat looks like it'll rock ass, dude, so I can't wait to play that at some point. Moving along to the final Need for Speed game I have here. This is also the first Xbox 360 game I have to show you out of the 3 Xbox things I have right here. This is Need for Speed Shift, which I've literally never heard of. I've been looking at lists of Need for Speed things from the chronological order of release, and I do not remember reading about this or hearing about it, but it's kind of a lame-ass title. Recover. Title's kind of bad too, but it makes sense. Shift. Like a gear shift. But the cover itself is not that great, you know? Oh well. It also has a broken bottom, you know. Oh well. But I got it for like $5, so who cares, you know? Hopefully it'll be good. We'll see. Might end up being my favorite, you never know. Moving on to the next and final Xbox 360 game I have, Forza Motorsport 4. Now, of course, I have a couple of these Forza Motorsport games, maybe 3 of them. I have 1, 2, 3, and then 7, I think is the newest one I bought. But hadn't had this one. I could have sworn I already bought it, but apparently I don't. I'm mostly pretty much, as far as I can tell, done unpacking my video games and putting them up on a bookshelf over here. And I don't have this one, apparently. I could have sworn I grabbed it, but I never did. Forza Motorsport 4, I've heard is the best one of the Forza Motorsport series, and I just started playing Forza for the first time ever. I basically played the first one for the original Xbox about 2 or 3 days ago, and I'm absolutely addicted, but my disc doesn't work that great, so it's kind of like claiming it's dirty and whatever because it's a little scratched up. So I'm having to try to take the idea of buying a brand new one, which I hate, but I also don't hate because I love that game. I'm absolutely hooked and addicted to that shit. It is so good. If this one is as good as people claim it is, and say it's better than 1, 2, and 3, that would shock me so deeply. Because they just had a new game come out like a month or 2 ago too, I think. But this one looks awesome. The graphics look great. Hopefully it'll be good. And then I picked up my one Xbox One game today, because I don't really pick up Xbox One stuff very often, or PS4 for that matter. So this is kind of a rare occurrence to see so much of that new stuff in my videos, because I just don't buy them very often, much less play them very often. This one here is kind of an older game. I was looking at Amazon. Amazon has a lot of copies that are listed as digital only, which is some bullshit, but also not even a good price for them. I got this for like 10 bucks. It's Forza Motorsport 5. Could have sworn I had this one too. Apparently I didn't have this or number 4. Looked at my Xbox One games when I got home. Apparently the only one I have is Motorsport 7. And like I said, I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 right there, and then 5, and then 7. So I just need number 6 and the brand new one right now, number 8 or whatever. I think it's just called Forza Motorsport, I don't know. But hopefully I can get all those together, and now I have this one. I cannot wait to work my way through these games in order. God willing, I can beat them, you know. I'm assuming they're going to be a lot easier than Gran Turismo with its bullshit-ass license tests. But really excited about all that. All these new things I have. Some of them I've experienced, some I have not. And again, I have reviews for Saw X and Gran Turismo in case you'd like to check those out. Saw X was actually the first review I did for this channel, so hopefully you enjoyed that in case you haven't seen it yet. What do you think about all these games and movies and TV shows and stuff? Have you seen any of these? Have you played any of these? I'd love to hear everything you have to say about all these down in the comment section down below. Let me know your recommendations, your trash list, all of that stuff down below as well. What did you pick up for Black Friday / Small Business Saturday, whatever that is? Have you ever heard of that, by the way? Please put that down below, too. I'd love to hear everything you guys picked up. Thank you all for watching, guys. Merry Christmas, I can say that now. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. God bless you all. Goodbye.